Hello and a warm welcome. Let us look at the stories that are making headlines at this moment. Day 1 of 90 till USAID resumes operations. Avril Benoit weighs in on USAID and Goita sets rules for minors. Washington. The 47th President of the United States of America has scaled down USAID from 10,000 aid workers spanning across the globe to 249. The Africa Bureau has 12 aid workers left, and the Asia Bureau has 8 aid workers left. Scores of protesters have come out in their numbers in the streets of Washington to express their concerns over Trump's executive move. Contractors have been laid off. The whole supply chain that was dependent on the aid programs led by USAID, such as the provision of the much-needed antiretroviral medicine that is needed for the treatment of HIV and AIDS, have been halted globally. The aid agency has had accusations hurled against it by billionaire Elon Musk, which by critics claim are false. According to reports, the Trump administration is planning to merge USAID with the US Department of State. This is according to Marco Rubio. As of 7 February 2025, thousands of employees have been laid off. Meanwhile, labor unions representing some of the aid workers who are affected by the layoff of USAID have taken the Donald J. Trump-led government to their courts, and they are arguing that he does not have authority to close down USAID. Meanwhile, Doctors Without Borders issued a statement through its chief executive officer, Avril Benoit. Many organizations that are reliant on USAID have closed down their doors. Some are uncertain if they will be able to reopen. Vulnerable persons such as refugees, internally displaced persons, children threatened by malaria, and people who need HIV and tuberculosis treatment medicine are early potential notable casualties from the withdrawal of USAID across the global south. Benoit, in a statement issued by the Doctors Without Borders, urges the Trump administration to resume funding of critical humanitarian and health aid. According to witness accounts by the Doctors Without Borders, medical teams witnessed confusion as clinics and other critical services supported by USAID were coming to a halt. Trump signed an executive order in his inauguration day, halting all aid efforts for 90 days. Bamako. Barrick Gold, the world's second largest and biggest gold miner, is embroiled in a political, diplomatic and economic quagmire with the Assimi Goita-led Malian government. The Canadian mining firm CEO Mark Bristow, including other 4 Barrick executives, have been accused by the Goita-led government for back taxes and alleged money laundering. CEO of Resolute Mining, Terry Hellehone, was detained for almost nearly a week. Terry's firm had to agree with the new Malian government to pay $160 million to the Goita government and adopt its new mining codes. The mining codes of mineral extraction issued by Goita's government led firms such as B2 Gold, Allied Gold to comply with the new laws in order for them to continue with their mining activities at Fekola and Sadiola mines. The posture taken by the junta-led governments have led to a discovery that a clause of a shortfall of 600 billion CFA francs in government revenue has been lost of late. This in turn inspired Burkina Faso to follow through in its own policies. The Traoré-led government in 2023 introduced new mining rules and has issued a stern warning of harsh consequences if the mining firms do not adhere to Burkinabe mining laws. The trend of policies within the mineral extraction sector can be witnessed in Niger. Vancouver-based GoviX, which focuses on uranium extraction, its mining permits were withdrawn. Furthermore, the Nigerian government took control of three mining firms, Orano Somea uranium mine, and Mali is Africa's second largest gold producers. Alphabet's Google has dropped its policy on the use of modern warfare within AI. On Tuesday, the Silicon Valley-based company updated its ethical AI guidelines. The guidelines laid out by Google show the tech company will navigate around incorporation of AI. The introduction of a new policy by Google, the change in the language promising not to pursue weapons or other technologies whose principle or implementation, according to a statement that it said. The change in diction by the Alphabet-owned company has had employees expressing their concerns on the company's internal message board. And finally, Kivu. On Thursday, the M23 rebels held a stadium rally. The public relations stunt by the armed group, according to analysts, was a way used by the M23 rebel group to garner much public support for their cause. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres called on the militant group to lay down their arms and restore peace in Kivu, in the hotly contested mineral-rich area of the DRC. M23 political leader Colonel Nanga, addressing the audience, said Goma is liberated and sanitized. A laboratory in Goma involved in the control and surveillance of infectious diseases such as Ebola are caught up in the war, raising the risk of a biological outbreak in northern DRC. Let us look at the stories that are making headlines at the top of the hour. Day 1 of 90 till USAID resumes operations begins in earnest. Avro Benoit weighs in on USAID, and Assimi Goita sets out new rules for gold miners in Mali. That's all I have for you. More news coming up later.